I still remember that night like it happened just yesterday. After a meeting that carried on in the night, I left my office in Andheri at 1 a.m. It was a pitch black night, the kind where darkness seems to swallow you whole. I was tired. Google Maps showed there was an accident on the highway and suggested a road which I had never previously taken, the Aarey Colony road. I took the route, speeding up to reach home early and go to sleep. The road was fully deserted. Not a single soul was seen in sight. Only trees and the haunting noise of night jars and crickets. Suddenly, my headlights fell on a figure standing right in the middle of the road. She seemed to appear from the shadows. A woman in white, cloaked in mystery and the chilly night air. She started waving her hands, asking me to stop. A nagging thought came in my mind, but I shrugged it off. As if pulled by a hypnotic force, I brought the car to a halt right beside her. Without saying a word, she got in the rear seat. Her eyes held a haunting sadness. She didn't look at me. I asked her where should I drop her, but she just pointed ahead. I tried conversing as the car moved. This time slowly, as if a certain tension had filled the space. "What are you doing on this road at this time of the night?" I asked, but my question was met with the same blank stare. The chilling tension made the hairs on the back of my neck stand on end. Something was off. I looked in the rearview mirror and I couldn't see her anymore. She had vanished. My heart skipped several beats and I braked the car. The car screeched to a halt and I stepped out to swallow mouthfuls of air. How could it be? Where did she go? Right at that time my eyes fell on someone lying on the road a few feet away. I ran towards the person lying face down on the ground and turned them over. Was it an accident victim? It was her. She was dead. Her body lay in the thick shrubs. There was a big gash on her head which wasn't there when she was in my car. I panicked and somehow found my way to the car. The figure didn't move. No one followed me. For some reason, I was overcome with a desperate sense to get justice for this dead lady. After some thought, I called the police. An hour later, I had given my statement after they had picked up the body. It seemed like a case of murder. I was let go after the police had taken down my details. A month later, while I was reading the morning newspaper, I came across the news that the murderer of the Aarey Colony victim had been caught. It was her own husband who had killed her off for a reason I could never fathom. I felt really sad. That night, the woman appeared in my dreams. This time she looked at me and smiled. And finally spoke. "Thank you," she said, before vanishing again. A strange kind of warmth came over me and I woke up. Thinking of that night, I never drive alone on the Aarey Colony road. Because sometimes, the things that go bump in the night are more real than you think.